Hey, this is Herndon Davis from Mortgage Real Estate Services here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hey, listen, I just wanted to stop by and give you guys a couple tips. I know that the interest rate has been rising and that people are afraid they will not be able to buy a home at this point, and that's not necessarily true. So I want to give you two tips on how to still affordably buy the home that you want, even with higher interest rates. The second tip is to consider getting an ARM, which is an adjustable rate mortgage. Now, people tend to shy away from this, but this is really a great way to save on buying a home affordably. Here's how it works. ARMs basically allow you to have a very low interest rate for the first 3, 5, or 10 years of the loan. Then the loan adjusts upward. So what you have to be mindful of is two things. One, you have to always make sure your credit and debt ratio remains in check throughout the entire first phase of the loan. Because what happens is that people tend to buy cars, they buy a house full of furniture, they don't pay down their debt, they miss mortgage payments or whatever, and then when they get ready to refinance the loan, they can't, okay, because their credit is not as great. So it's really great that you keep the credit up, okay? Then second, you have to time the market. And how do you time the market? Well, you have to just really watch over time, maybe twice a year, maybe quarterly, and see what the prevailing interest rate is. Let's just say that the prevailing rate now is 5.2%, and I was able to get you an ARM for 4.5%. And now, 5 years later, the prevailing rate really is closer to 4.8%. Okay, that's probably a good time to go ahead and refinance. You don't want to time the market too much. You don't want to say, well, I want to get greedy. The rates might drop down to 3%, 2% again. But we just don't know, because what we just went through are historic things, a pandemic, a war, inflation, a recession. So you really don't want to get too greedy. If rates continue to rise up, it may not be for another 10 years or so. So you got to be mindful that you just can't wait too long before you refinance or sell the home. All right. And hopefully, if you do make more money over time, you can afford the interest rate increase.